you want to be a good communicator, you need to have two skills. There are actually two skills that go along with being a good communicator. And I think everybody knows, obviously, one of those skills is talking, right? Being a good orator, knowing what to say and what not to say, knowing when to say it and when not to say it, okay? So, and choosing the right words that make people feel good about themselves, and not words that are incendiary or insulting or put people on the defensive. So all that is extremely important, right? But I have to tell you that the other communication skill that just so many people don't realize is the ability to listen. And in my opinion, I think listening is the more important communication skill. It's more important than talking. Talking to me is almost like a necessary communication skill. Listening is the real strength. If you can listen, it's amazing how much information you can gather to help your cause. And if you're a good listener, it's powerful, okay? And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why being a good listener is going to be a great tool in your toolbox for success. But without a doubt, listening to me is the most important communication skill. Okay, 5 reasons why you should become a better listener. Okay, you can only learn when you're listening. You can only help people if you listen. You'll have better relationships with everybody in your life if you become a good listener. You will avoid confrontational discussions becoming arguments, and you will also be better at resolving conflict by becoming a good listener. Another good reason is you'll be able to help people more. The more you listen and let people tell you what's bothering them or what's making them happy or what their needs are, the better chance you have of being able to help more people. And this is really true. When you increase the amount of people you help and you increase the level that you can help them at, your life is just going to get incredibly better. Law of attraction will bring positive and good things to people who can help other people and create more positive energy. And this reason might sound a little underhanded, but if you read the book, The 7 Levels of Communication, at the top of the pyramid where you have the most influence and impact on people is face-to-face discussions. And if you're going to sit and listen to somebody, you want to do it face-to-face. And this is particularly useful when you're involved with negotiations. And it can be negotiations for anything. You could be trying to buy a business, buy a property, negotiating with your kids about something, negotiating with your spouse, negotiating with an employee, an employer. But the more you listen, the more these people are going to tell you what's really important to them and what they really want and how motivated they are, okay? And so becoming a good listener is going to help you become a better negotiator. Another reason to be a better listener and get good at listening, 2 reasons. One is it's so good for your self-esteem and your confidence. And the other one is you will be heard more. I've been, in the corporate world 25 years. I own a real estate brokerage. I've been a real estate agent for 17 years. And the Joe Herbert Success Platform is my 4th business that I'm starting. So I can tell you, I've been in a lot of meetings. And when I just sit there and listen, and I'm letting everybody in the room do all the talking, I'm just taking notes. And it's funny, while I'm taking notes, everybody in the room keeps looking at me. Like, what's this guy writing down? What's he doing? And when I finally talk, it is amazing. Everybody just shuts up. And I think the reason why is they're looking at me writing and they're thinking, oh, this person must be really smart, or he's taking notes, or we in trouble. But they don't know what to think. And it's amazing. When I finally say something, the whole room shuts up and everybody listens to me. And it's that way in any conversation. Even one-on-one conversations where I'm negotiating or I'm trying to resolve conflict, I'll let the other person go on and on and on about how right they are and why they feel the way they feel and what I did wrong. And when I finally, eventually they like get concerned that I'm not saying anything. And when I finally speak, they just shut up. It's amazing. Or they'll be so tired of talking, they'll be like, are you going to say anything? And I say, well, I was just letting you say all the things you felt you needed to say. I'm like, do you want me to respond to that? And of course they say yes, because they can't wait to hear what my reaction is or what I want to say. So when you become a good listener, it's amazing. When you talk, you get heard so much more. And again, that other reason about self-esteem and confidence, it's amazing. The person who's doing the listening is really in control of the conversation. And when you get that control and you don't feel like you have to talk to be heard and you have to get your 2 cents in to prove your point, your confidence level and your self-esteem goes way up. And you feel like you're more in control of your life. So I'm telling you, when you become a good listener, it's going to affect your self-esteem. I can't tell you how many times I'm trying to sort something out with somebody, and they're going on and on and on. And then when I finally get an opening, I try to talk, and they start talking right over me again. And they have this mindset that if I let this guy talk, he might be able to be right, so I can't let him talk. And I'll say to the other person, I say it all the time. And you know, the other thing that happens is I'll start to say, when I do get a chance to talk, I might be saying my side of the story. And as soon as I say something that they disagree with, they got to cut me right off. It's as if I get to say something, if I get to say something that they don't agree with, that I'm going to prove them wrong. So they have to stop me from talking. And they don't realize, like, if you listen to somebody who has a different point of view, it doesn't mean they're right if you just listen to them and let them finish. And I'll even say that to people. I'll say, well, look, I just let you talk for 5 minutes, and I don't want to have an argument with you. When people start cutting each other off, the discussion turns into an argument. And I say, do you want to let me talk? And they'll say, fine, you can talk. And then I'll say, listen, if I say something you don't agree with, just let me finish. It doesn't mean, if you let me finish, it doesn't mean you're agreeing with me. And then they stop and they let me finish. But again, when you're listening and you finally get your chance to talk, you get heard so much more, and you're so much more in control. And it makes you feel, it's just so good for your self-esteem and your confidence.